kids' attacks are kind of like background level. So like a lot of niggas don't even remember fucking what is that hoe called? Punk Gibson, where he makes the giant metal fucking basically Eggman joint where he just floating that joint. A lot of niggas don't even remember that, but that hoe is hard.
I'll give you that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of niggas don't remember that, and like when it comes to the anime, that shit's gonna look nice. But as of right now, it doesn't look like it because niggas is used to that shit just faded in the background. That's why I said the anime gonna do a lot of justice to that hoe. I knew whenever they had him smash Scratch Man and Pooh in the anime.
Oh yeah, right.
And they had the lights flicker on the TV screen and shit. That shit was hard.
I think they're gonna do them better in the anime because how they did these last 15, maybe 20 episodes, how they showed Luffy. I know you're talking about like where Luffy was fighting that giant and he swung underneath the fucking when he would get.
Oh God, that shit was crazy. And like
this is crazy.
Like whenever he crushed Kaido in the punk vice, whenever he in the robot, and like Kaido just like I'm gonna take all y'all attacks, see what y'all got. And he literally crushes Kaido. That shit hurt. That shit like pressure move. That's just a pressure move. But we gonna see how badly that hurt. Like we gonna see the truth. We're gonna be able to see more of the impact. Like I feel like a lot of his techniques don't get the proper impact in the manga. Like
that's fair.
That's fair. Big Mom's arm. No hockey. Niggas have argued. I've seen niggas arguing that the horns. It looked like them hoes was black. Maybe he had some hockey on it. Maybe he did. But regardless, that hoe still broke Big Mom's arm off of just a bunch of metal being together. Hockey or not.
No, I'll give you that. I think the best thing you said off of that shit would definitely be how the manga depicts the impact. I think that's really what it is for me. I think the way that the manga depicts the impact is just kind of like, it looks like every impact, like all of them. So it's like, all right, he did his robot thing. I feel you. You know what I mean? Where it's like whenever you see, a lot of shit don't really have impact. It's really just kind of the display of his devil fruit looks, dope as fuck. With Luffy, it's always gonna be impact. It's always gonna look dope as fuck. It's always gonna like, damn, he's always gonna be knocking somebody off the ass or sending him up in the air or the Yonko or whoever he hitting facial reactions is like, damn, that shit must have, really fucking hurt.
Yeah.
So with a Kid, it just looks like Rock'em Sock'em Robot did his move, and the Yonko gets back up, and it's like, okay, well, I guess he did his thing.
What's crazy? A lot of niggas don't remember that. He overpowered Big Mom. Yeah, niggas don't remember that. He put a face in the ground. When he put a face in the ground, he overpowered her.
I think that's what gets on my nerves about his. Because listen, if he was, let's say, a true rival, like all his, like let's say he had the Conquerors, whatever the hell that he was constantly using it, and he was doing all that. Even though I don't like his fruit, I would still say, you know what, fool? It makes sense because, you know what I mean. But with this, it's like, why is he able to do this without?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Which is, I get it. Looks
low-key suck. If it's not, he's not doing nothing to nobody. Unless there's this whole little thing that that holds the like a fruit that just secretly got all this power. But as far as what we know about it now, nigga, it makes you rubber.
I mean, I get the basic application of what you're saying. Like his fruit is, you're a rubber man, and
literally, if you get his fruit right now, you gonna be bouncing off the walls trying to get that right. You get yeah. Hold on real quick. my bad. But yeah, fool, literally, like, right now, what they showing is like, bro, your devil fruits can make you still comparable level. Like, if you got law and kid fruit, just randomly, you're gonna do much better at it the first day than you would be if you were the first day with the gum fruit.
If you saying simply, like, what would both fruits be without hockey by themselves?
They got more potential. Both of them got more potential without hockey. By far.
I'm gonna wait because right up to this point we've seen both people's awakening, right?
Even without the awakening, they both have more potential.
See,
Kid has hurt both the Yonkos without his awakening. So has Law.
I mean, but to what extent though? I think now with their awakening, we're seeing like real, like, bone breaking, damage.
What did I tell you? Any long lasting effects is anybody's strongest attacks. And even like, bro, there was a point where Luffy did Tongue Gatling with advanced armament, and that it hurt Kaido, but he was still like, damn, he just he shrugged it off, but he was like, he just stood right back up, nigga, ready to go, laughing. Whereas like the attacks that Kid did, the attacks that Law did, Big Mom was like, shit. They said this shit hurt.
You know what?
She's talking about Law's techniques. She running from Kid's techniques.
I want to, honestly, fool, just for me, I want to wait until we see Luffy's awakening. I get what you're saying, but I still want to see Luffy's awakening. Because I don't think it'll have to be, hockey.
It ain't going to be this hard, I don't think.
Man, God, if Oda want to do us right, fool, for putting us through, what is it, almost 3 years of whatever part this is, or whatever part we're in, part 2, I think.
I don't want Luffy awakening. Why do that? See, so
because then
Luffy and Kaido is more so to me about the masses of niggas who really who hockey complements their abilities. Like hockey complements Luffy's ability. Hockey's complements Kaido's abilities. Whereas the Big Mom versus Law and Kid was more so about the complements of devil fruits. Like, yeah, we know Big Mom is good in all forms of hockey, except maybe observation, but that's neither here nor there.
Right.
But her devil fruit abilities make her much more menacing. Ability, like, nigga, that Mesa Saber, the mother of misery.
Bro, I can't wait to see that hope. I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be crazy.
That shit's crazy. Like, obviously, Law, K-Room, they Kid his fruit. Everybody in that fight is more so devil fruit. Like, what the devil fruit gonna do? That's why I say it's two different fights. Like, that's like, just because Yamato got advanced armament, she's not stronger than Kid or Law. She couldn't really do nothing to Kaido. She made him bleed a little bit.
But to be fair, she does seem to be, regardless of her devil fruit or her hockey ability, just a tier lower. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the lower tier who can, use a fruit and use a hockey to get close to that next level. There's just some people that, regardless, you know what I mean, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can be a little higher. You know what I mean? Like, I get what you're saying.
That's just what I'm saying. Like, some people with their devil fruits, like, yeah, your devil fruit and your hockey gonna make you, it's gonna make you able to stick with the higher tiers. Whereas some people done got their hockey so high that they're able to stick to higher tiers regardless. Good. Because, like, Roger, as far as we know, had no devil fruit, strongest nigga out there. And Whitebeard with his devil fruit and all his hockey shit was still less than Roger in terms of ability.
Wait, who again?
Roger didn't have no devil fruit, but apparently his hockey skills were so masterful that he was up there. Whereas even Whitebeard didn't have no devil fruit. I mean, Whitebeard had a devil fruit and all his hockey, and was still lower than Roger, who just had hockey. So I think it's just case by case, But for the most part, Oda is trying to put into effect that, hey, you can be cold with hockey or without using it, but you can be cold. You like with devil fruit with hockey, there's a way you can be cold.
I think what I'm getting at is for the people who do have devil fruits, I think, or let's just say the top 10, I think you have to be masterful in either one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be, if you got a devil fruit to combat other people who have devil fruits.
Okay,
Usually,
so you don't got a lot of top tier?
I mean, they've been kind of forcing him to be, that tier 2
Law
type of
barely
dude.
uses any armament, barely using any observation, doesn't have conquerors. Law is still top tier.
I mean, but who do we expect Law to beat while having those deficiencies though? Not you know what I mean? Like
you said, who do we what?
I said, who do we expect Law to beat while having those deficiencies? Like we don't like what I'm saying is we wouldn't
anybody less than Yonko.
You know what I mean? That's what you get what I'm saying. So I'm like at a certain level.
How many Yonkos are there in the world? Just 4.
I mean, yeah, for sure. But I'm saying is, whenever you're talking like the top tierest of the characters,
that he still top tier. Yeah, like King and them ain't still top tier.
I mean, they top tier for not toppest of the tier. I'm saying,
okay,
like you get what I mean?
I see.
You get what I'm saying? Like at the I'm gonna be Pirate King level, you can't. That's not gonna work for you. That's not gonna work. But at the
that's what I said. Law gonna die. But that's neither here nor there. But my whole thing is Law has been able to hurt both Yonko tremendously.
Yeah, for sure.
Off of his devil fruit.
Yeah, he's been able to do damage. I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that at all.
Literally, even Kid, you gotta think. Look, Kid probably didn't show the most durability out of everybody who was up there, other than like maybe Zoro, but that's debatable. So Kid then took an accomplished sovereignty to the face. Nigga done took punches from Big Mom in the face. Nigga done took attacks from Big Mom, attacks from Kaido. Nigga had the whole Basil Hawkins shit going on while he was fighting Big Mom. Then still been taking attacks from Big Mom while that shit was going on. And Law is the first nigga to look like going down after that fight.
Yeah, Law said, listen, man, after this fool, that's gonna be it. So do what you gonna do, but this is it for me. That dude put his sword through her fucking gut, through the fucking what's the name like that.
And she was punching with her arm in the hockey. She was.
Oh yeah, she was punching the shit.
And I see a lot of niggas saying why she ain't use conquerors. My whole thing is.
I don't think she. You think she? No, she has to have it. She gotta have it, right?
She has conquerors.
Yeah, right. She gotta have it. So what the hell is going on? See, it just. I think it just.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
If he wants to depict that nigga like that. Oh, he comes in my head fire. Damn fire.
Nah, she got conquerors because she used it to knock out page 1.
Yeah, I just don't. Oda's weird, man. It's like, why would you not, like, you choose certain times to depict it, choose certain times not to depict it. You know what I mean?
Well, here's my thing. The reason I think she wasn't using conquerors is because she's higher.
Fair enough.
You gotta think.
I'll take that.
For one, they hit with the awakening abilities, and she fucking damn near died and had to use a piece of her soul to heal herself and get stronger, and then backed over and had to literally still keep fighting them and just barely beat them, and they still got up and hit her with stronger attacks.
I'll get it. So proper. They've been going through it.
So she probably tired as shit. Like that's what I'm saying. So you remember a long time ago, Oda told us he told us Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy specialties. And Sanji's was observation, Luffy's was conquerors, and then Zoro's was armament.
Right.
So the way I think of that is okay. So when it's a total in my head, it's a total hockey pool. You use any hockey, it takes away from that pool. Your proficiency in that said hockey determines how much when you take that amount away, how much of that actual amount get used into the actual effect of the ability. like Luffy is more proficient in Conquerors and armament, so when him using Conquerors coding, it's gonna be more efficient than him using armament coding. Whereas Zoro's always gonna be more efficient with using armament coding than Conquerors coding.
Okay. Alright. I can buy that. I can buy that.
That's what I look at. So Big Mom might not necessarily, like, her Conqueror's code might not be the best in terms of, like, that might be her best. Her best might be armament over the Conquerors. But that's just like saying, like, you know, Luffy know Internal Destruction armament hockey. It doesn't seem like Big Mom or Kaido know what that is, really.
Right? Yeah.
Know how to use that. So, I mean, it's just like hockey's kind of a toss-up more so about, you know, where you learning it from, who you learning it from, kind of how that goes on. But you can still be a super strong fighter without it. As Kid Law, even Big Mom to kind of even show us, because she didn't really use too much hockey.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That makes sense. I can buy that for sure.
Other than basics, really, yeah, she really dealt with free abilities.
I mean, yeah. But to be fair, she still does have, it seems, all forms of hockey, right? Basically.
Yeah, Kid has all forms of hockey.
But why isn't he shown using that shit? Though? That's weird. Like it just seems like all he's using is strictly Devil Fruit ability.
And that's why I got my little head cannon, because the more surface area you got to cover, the more taxing it is on you. So why use it on something you don't have to use it on? Keep your hockey for a time when you got to defend yourself or something. Whereas Luffy, you got to think he's rubber. Other than Gear 30, like, to make his attacks really devastating, Gear 4 has to be used. Gear 4's got to use armory. That's taxed on his body. That's why he's been falling out. That's why he really now been fighting Kaido in regular form, and he just used Gear 4 as a whatchamacallit, as a booster.
Yeah, he's been using Gear 4 sparingly. He's been going basically the majority of these fights that he's been having. I guess I don't know what many times they fought. Probably this is the third time. I don't know. Second, third. I don't know. Third.
Who fighting Kaido?
Yeah, I'm talking about this iteration where remember the first time he fought him, he got knocked off the island. So this would be the second time, right?
Yeah, this second time.
Okay, cool. This is the second time. It's the third total fight, I think. This motherfucker's
and really, the first time, remember, he got overused. A little armament hockey because he used Gear 4 too much and had to go rest.
This is arguing for long as hell. All right.
That's why I said I don't even like. People keep saying like, "Oh, Luffy this that." Like, bro, Kid ain't had to rest. Law ain't had to rest. Zoro had to rest just because all his bones were broken from trying to defend.
Bro, that was so funny. That's gonna be.
Ain't had to rest.
Bro, I can't wait till we get to see that. That dude.
Like, literally, the Straw Hats get the fortune of being able to rest. Every other pirate crew do not get that fortune.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think I was thinking about it today earlier. I was like, would I rather Luffy be able to beat Kaido by himself with no help from no help from any of his homies, Law and Kid and all these, whatever, and him just being able to go 1v1 versus Kaido? Like, would I like that outcome more, or do I like the fact that he has to fight him for a little bit, run away, re-heal, let his homies fight him for a little bit, come back? At least, because honestly, now that I think about it, that's more realistic than Luffy just the first try being able to go Gear 4 and gain all this stuff and then just beat him 1v1 like this. It seems more realistic because he beat Doflamingo the exact same way.
Literally what's going to happen, how I feel is going to happen, is literally Luffy and Kaido, the next time we see them, they're both going to be huffing and puffing on the rooftop. Luffy's going to be like, this is the end, that I'm going to hit you with something that if this don't finish you, nothing will, pretty much type shit. And yeah, that's how it's going to go.
So do you feel that's going to be a new gear or just a different attack from Gear 4?
New form.
I think
whether it's new form of Gear 4 or new form. But we still ain't seen regular Tank Man, but we also, it could be a Gear 5th. We going to see. But I feel like that's just the way it's going to go. The Gear 5th, I seen the idea, I seen in the spoilers, like, that how many 8 years back was like Luffy's gonna give up. Luffy literally every time he uses an attacking gear fit to break his bones, use it for like I think 40 seconds, and him and Kaido have an all-out bout, and he goes over, he dies, Law brings him back, but he brings him back in Marine custody. So, I mean, I can send it to you, but yeah.
Did you say 7 or 8 years ago? Like you just said.
Yeah. Crazy thing is, it might have been how stuff was supposed to go because. It was back when we was in Whole Cake, before they was even able to get out of that. Before Luffy even fought Cracker. And they had Luffy beating Cracker. And keep in mind, these came out like right whenever we saw Luffy couldn't really hurt Cracker. And he had the endless army of Crackers. And Luffy was just geared for it. They didn't know what to do. So, yeah.
How long ago was that? You talking
about
manga?
7, 8 years ago. 7, 8, yeah.
For Whole Cake?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Ooh, that's crazy.
So that goes to show you, that's where we at.
I be forgetting, fool. Like, I think because I took such a long, you know what? That makes sense. I took a 2-year break as soon as we got to Zoe. So as soon as we got to Zoe, I took a 2-year break, so I got burnt out. Then 2 years ago is whenever I said, fuck it. I'm gonna go, all the way through Zoe to Wano. So that's about right.
Yeah.
That's about right. I'll give you that. I mean, I just don't like the fact that Law has to die. That's what I'm not focused with.
I'm cool with it because what else does Law have? Law literally just had to figure out the meaning of the will it did, and that's it. His character is over. And really, we didn't even necessarily need that from him. His character could have been over in Dressrosa. Law wasn't even meant to be a character. I just want you to know that. The only character from the Supernovas that was a thing is Kid. That was supposed to be a thing is Kid. All the other Supernovas was not supposed to exist.
My thing is, how is that possible? And Kid is who he is. That is nutty. That is freaking nutty.
Here's the thing.
That is nutty.
He hasn't had his flashback yet. Niggas was fucking with Law back in the day. But niggas wasn't like how they are about Law now back in the day before his backstory. Before he had his little arc. So you gotta give Kid some time. Let him see if he get his arc.
I mean, obviously for the first time I saw him, when we saw him switch everybody's bodies and shit.
Because Wano had that nigga. His crew is literally Straw Hats with no plot armor.
Okay.
Because literally, like, okay, Luffy got captured. And he didn't really have to go through torture. And that nigga really got training. His torture was training. Kid had to go through his crew member had to eat a smile. Had to go hunt, be a bounty hunter pretty much for Kaido and Orochi, and he was getting tortured and everything. He was getting water tortured and all that.
All right. I mean, wait. So you saying it took you until Wano to fuck with Law?
Kid.
Oh, which one you said Law? All right.
No. I might have, but no, I meant Kid.
Okay. All right.
Law, I fucked with Kid. I fucked with Law for a minute.
I fucked with dude as soon as I saw him switch everybody's bodies around. The first time we saw him, we know what the fuck was going on. Then they explained.
I don't like OP powers. If your power is OP and that's the only thing I've seen from you, I don't fuck with it. I damn near don't fuck with Gojo off of Jiu-Jitsu off of that, but I just fuck with his personality so much. It's hard not to fuck with him. But like I fuck with abilities that's more versatile than anything.
My thing
like your ability can't just be OP from making me fuck with you. You gotta be versatile.
Yeah, that's why I kind of don't fuck with Gojo. I feel like we already had this conversation, so this deviates a little bit, but
his
so unstoppable.
Like
it's like
him in general is just so cool that I'm like, nigga, I can't even be mad.
Cause my thing is, he's like, what's his name? The dude from Dragon Ball Super, the short, weird fucking kid-like dude. The Omni King. To me, he's like the Omni King, of jujutsu. It's like, come on, fool. It's like, come on, fool.
They keep alluding that more so towards the end of jujutsu, a lot more niggas gonna be at that level.
Cool, that's what I want.
But
come on.
Right now they're taking Gojo out the story because he's just too OP.
Yeah, bro. Like literally, no anime we usually watch will allow Gojo to live. Gojo type characters always die. They always die, fool. First Hokage, they're always out of the story, or they're like a previous generation, like Roger. Roger's not alive right now.
I fuck with this more. Cause you don't know what's gonna happen. No. So that's why I say, you don't know what's gonna. That's why I keep telling niggas to read Shibuya art, because Shibuya sets the status quo. But what I can say is, like, they just introduced a nigga recently who got an ability who could even give Gojo a run for his money. It's called comedian. Anything that nigga thinks is funny comes to life. It becomes reality. So like, it'd be funny if this frying pan hit you across the head. Reality.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Even Gojo would have a hard time dealing with it. I mean, obviously he could use his domain expansion and shit and just, one-shot him, but...
I mean, yeah. Just the fact that anybody could finally, hang with dude and give him a competent fight, that's all I want. You can't just be out here, domain expansion, gone.
Okay, so
gone.
You want to spoil it so you can calm down about jujitsu?
Yeah, hopefully I forget it. I probably will.
That nigga gets sealed away. They do seal him in the prison realm.
Okay, I mean...
Because he literally, he fights Jogo and Hanami, and they can't do too much against him. But they distract him enough to get sealed by the prison realm. And like, that's not his best friend. Well, Geto, that's not really Geto. I don't really care about this spoiler because the movie really is gonna spoil it anyway.
Dude, I'm with it.
Because Geto, he killed Geto in the movie. That's not Geto anymore. That's why. So like, that's how they get him. Like, he fighting them, and then like Geto just appeared, and it because whatchamacallit got the limitless, it makes him pause for too long. It makes Gojo pause too long and get caught by the prison world. And in prison, and then so he gets sealed away. So he's not the strongest anymore. Well, he is, but he's
out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, right now it's Yuta, which is the dude from the movie.
Okay, I gotta see that. I think I might need
March 18th.
Yeah, I might need to run the anime back again before the movie, just to get a refresh on everybody's names.
It's worth it.
Because, man, like, I think my only problem with other anime is how hard it is to remember everybody's name. Because Naruto spoiled us. They have the easiest names ever of any anime I've ever watched. Bro, they do. Naruto, really Sasuke, man, like three, 4 little, but it's just so easy, dog.
Naruto, Madara, shit like that not easy. We just was kids and we got the English up and we was like, that shit was okay when we were doing it then.
Like, come on, I don't know, bro.
That shit was okay when we were doing it then, but nah, that shit fuck no. All that shit is the same. Like, there's not nobody in Jiu-Jitsu whose name is hard to me. I never ran across some hard names before.
I think another easy anime name too would be Hunter x Hunter, to me at least. I'd probably say Hunter x Hunter has some really easy names. Dragon Ball Z, I think that might be because we grew up with it, but to me, Naruto, Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, you heard it in English enough times, it sounds kind of easy.
All right. Pretty much that, but yeah. I'm gonna
hit you back though, Corey calling.
Bro, that's 32 minutes on the dot. All right.
Yeah, good material.
Word up. Appreciate that though.
Nah, for sure.
All right.